ladies and gentlemen, get you guys for that. Tua Tagovailoa suffers a gruesome concussion, by the way, but he is out of the hospital, by the way, as well. I'll talk more because my reaction to this, how I feel about that. I'm going to get you the fact that the Bengals defeat the Dolphins, resulting in that, by the way. U.S. women's b-ball, they defeated Canada. They're going to the FIBA Women's b-ball World Cup gold medal game, by the way. Wambach is going to be leaving Odyssey Health, linked to the Brett Fabre Mississippi welfare fraud case, as well. Many other, and Joel Embiid becomes a U.S. citizen, and many other news come by the way, guys. So I'm gonna get you guys started right now. So first things first, I'm gonna start things off with, Tua Tagovailoa. He suffered a gruesome concussion, concussion. By the way, fell on his like head. I mean, first it was like a back injury, is what they said, and then they said, Dolphins said it's no big deal. It is a big deal, and then they put him back on the field. But then last night, he cleared concussion protocol. Then came last night where he had a concussion. Now last week he wasn't on concussion protocol. Past that, but then last night he's on concussion. He suffers a concussion. Went to the hospital, had back injuries, and he's out of the hospital with a neck brace. And I want to send my thoughts prayers out to Tua Tagovailoa, the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa's family members, all of his fans, all of his viewers, all of his subscribers of this horrific, accident that happened to Tua Tagovailoa. I'm wishing Tua Tagovailoa speedy recovery. Honestly, Tua Tagovailoa should not have came back to the field. He had absolutely no business whatsoever coming back to the field. None. And I'm ashamed of what happened to him. I really am ashamed. Whoever brought Tua Tagovailoa back on the field, that person should be fired for good. I mean, fired. Released, whoever it is. I don't care if it's the doctors, I don't care if it's the neurologists, anyone. Whoever brought back Tua Tagovailoa on the field from last week when the Dolphins beat the Bills, and whoever had him play last night, resulting in him getting concussion, that person should be fired on the spot. And I don't care who it is. That person should know better. And the NFLPA, they're looking into this concussion protocol with Tua Tagovailoa, and whether the fact that the NFL if the Dolphins violated concussion protocols. That's what they're looking into for sure. And they'll also look into the fact that Tua Tagovailoa, who basically was not cleared to compete, honestly, since he had a concussion, he won't be anywhere near cleared to compete. None. I'm ashamed of what happened to Tua Tagovailoa. I really am. And honestly, Tua Tagovailoa, praying for you. I know you're still recovering from that gruesome concussion injury. I'm also just praying that this doesn't happen again. Like, this is not Dolphins fans. Coaches' priorities are to keep the players' safety and well-being in check. That's what it is. And the Dolphins, they didn't do that. I mean, was it Mike McDaniel's fault to bring back Tua Tagovailoa from last week? Was it Tua Tagovailoa was it Mike McDaniel's to have Tua Tagovailoa play last night? Whoever the person was, bringing back Tua Tagovailoa, that person should be apprehended and fired for good. That's it. So whoever is doing it was bringing back Tua Tagovailoa and feeding to the wolves, resulting in a concussion. That person should be apprehended and released. That's it. That's all I can say about that. And something happened last week. Something happened last night. Resulting in him getting a concussion. And honestly, he should have been benched, and he should have been sidelined. And he's gonna miss a couple of games soon. Make no mistake about that, guys. That's all I gotta say about that. Also, and that results in the Bengals defeating the Dolphins 27-15, by the way. So I'm honestly ashamed of what happened to him, resulting in the concussion. And honestly, there's got to be more to be done. Something's got to be done. Something's got to be done about that. Other news: Joel Embiid becoming a U.S. citizen. Big congrats to him on that. Another news that U.S. women's b-ball, they're going to the gold medal FIBA World Cup game. as they're going to be taking on China, by the way. So that's all I can say about that. Also, another news I want to get you guys into, by the way, that Rockets have gotten Derrick Favors and a 2025 second round pick and the 8-player trade with the Thunder. Thunder, they get 2 draft exceptions, saving $1 million salary in a deal, sending Favors, Jerome, Theo Maledon, and Moe Harkless to the Rockets for David Nwaba, Sterling Brown, Trey Burke, and Marquese Chriss, by the way. Now Thunder, they sent a 2025 second round pick acquired this week and another trade with the Hawks. The offer drops to Thunder at $10 million luxury tax threshold. After the trade, the Thunder and Rockets, they're going to have 18 guaranteed contracts on their rosters and pare them down or decrease them to 15 by October 17th. So that's something to look forward to right there. And that's all I can say about that, everybody. In other news, former Cowboys player Gavin Escobar was dead after he got in a rock climbing accident in Idlewild, Cali, by the way. And also Chelsea Walsh, she died as well, resulting in a rock climbing accident, by the way, in Idlewild, Cali, by the way. They were across at the Taquets Rock in San Bernardino National Forest, and there was some rain out there. My thoughts and prayers go to those pathetic Cowboys, Gavin Escobar's family members, all of his fans, all of his viewers. This horrific situation. Sad news there, guys. So Gavin Escobar and Chelsea Walsh, they were deceased in a rock climbing accident in Idlewild, Cali, and that's all you got to know in there, everybody. So all sad news there, guys. Also, guys, some other news I want to get you guys into, by the way, that Abby Wambach will be leaving Odyssey Health, by the way, and Odyssey Health, by the way, is linked to the Brett Fabre to the Mississippi welfare fraud case that Brett Fabre got himself into, by the way. Even though he did pay like $600K, and he's trying to build some USM volleyball stadium there with his daughter, and Brett Fabre was involved in that welfare fraud case in Mississippi, and Abby Wambach, she was part of it, but she is quitting Odyssey Health, and Odyssey Health is involved into the Mississippi welfare fraud case that Brett Fabre got himself into, and that's why she's quitting there. So it's not looking good there. In other news, by the way, that Angels with the A's 42. Shohei Ohtani, by the way, he pitched a no-hitter ball in the 8th inning, so that's big news there. And also the Angels defeat the A's 4-2 with that. Also, you have the Red Sox defeat the Orioles 5-3. You have the White Sox defeat the Twins 4-3. Cubs defeat the Phillies 2-0. Guardians defeat the Rays 2-1. Marlins defeat the Brewers 4-2. You also have Tigers defeat the Royals 10-3. You have the Dodgers defeat the Padres 5-2. You have the Mariners defeat the Rangers 10-4. Giants defeat the Rockets yet again 9-4. And that's all I can say about that, everybody. Another news here I want to get you guys into, by the way, that Freddie Lee Trump was arrested and charged along with the 17-year-old son and the stepmom. They were also arrested, by the way. They're now the 17-year-old son, now Freddie Lee Trump and the 17-year-old son, they were both arrested and charged. 1 count of murder, conspiracy to commit robbery, 2 counts of second-degree robbery. If they're convicted of these charges, they will be apprehended for good, and they can be facing jail time for good. That's all I can say about that, everybody. That's it. Because you guys remember that P&B Rock was shot and killed at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, by the way, and sad storyline there. So that's all I can say about that. All sad news there. Rest in peace, P&B Rock, and that's all you gotta know on that, everybody. So sad news, awful news there. You already had the Red Sox with the Orioles 5-3. You had the Marlins with the Brewers 4-2. Guardians with the Rays 2-1. That's all you got to know on that, everybody. Other than I want to get you into, by the way, I want to say brother wish out to Monica Bellucci, Fran Drescher, Jenna Elfman, Marion Catalard, Lacey Chapper, Marley Marl, T-Pain, Dominic Mosenu, Martina Hinges, Max Verstappen, Mike Sherm, Helen Dosky, Savannah Montano, Ola Jordan, Aaliyah Mustafina, Rosanna Arkle, Katrina Law, Candice Michelle, Expert, Elise Knowles, Lauren Holiday, and Amy King. Send my birthday wishes, shall sweet sleep. You sure do so on that, right? That's all the news you need to know about that. That's all I can say. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do right there for the Khalil That Was Sports Board. Like, subscribe to the Khalil That Was Sports Board YouTube channel, Facebook page by any and all means. What are your thoughts and responses? Tua Tagovailoa suffering a concussion, by the way. What can the NFLPA and what can the NFL do to avoid these concussions? By the way, you think they should wear like guardian caps? Even though they're wearing at practice, by the way, but something's got to be done. And whoever is doing bringing Tua Tagovailoa back, that person should be arrested, charged, and fired from the Dolphins. Whoever, I don't care if it's a medical expert, whether it's I don't know if it's a coach, Mike McDaniels, who knows. So that person, whoever brought or the individuals that brought Tua back from last week when they beat the Bills, and from last night, resulting in him getting concussion, and he was clear from the hospital, and he was out of the hospital with a neck brace. But Tua Tagovailoa missing some time, and it could be out for. And this season is in dire jeopardy, resulting in a concussion. So you're concerned about the well-being of the players. Coaches got to be real concerned about the well-being of the players and everybody. That's all there's to say about that. So something's got to be done about that, everybody. Your thoughts on the Bengals with the Dolphins last night, resulting in that 27-15. Let me know about that. Your thoughts on U.S. Women's B-Ball going to the FIBA Women's B-Ball gold medal game, by the way, as they take on China. So that's going to be this Saturday. Check that out, guys. With us on the Rockets again, Derrick Favors and a 25 second round pick and an 8-player trip with the Thunder. Let me know about that. About address response to that. Also, guys, does Abby Wambach leaving Odyssey Health linked to the Brett Fabre Mississippi welfare fraud case, by the way? Let me know about that. Does Joel Embiid become a U.S. citizen? Let me know about that as well. Also, guys, send your brother wishes up to Monica Bellucci, Fran Drescher, Jenna Elfman, T-Pain, Max Verstappen, Leah Mustafina, Rosanna Arkle, Katrina Law, Candice Michelle. Send my brother wish tweets to that. Please be sure to do some of that. That's all the news you got to know. I'll back from breaking news from times 11 days developing excellent to a whole lot more than the Khalil That Was Sports, where they supposed to relate everything you got to know. That's all I can say. Take care, you guys. You guys have a good weekend. Please be safe with that. Bye-bye. And I'll be smart today, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.